These are the dragons. 5 multimillionaire investors on their way to the den. There, they will once again make or break the business dreams of dozens of budding entrepreneurs.
I'd need about 400% of equity.
Don't waste my time if you're not interested.
You've got a great opportunity here.
Can I just answer?
You're doing it!
Okay.
What commission would they normally take?
50%.
Ah.
I just feel for the amount of time you've invested in this.
I think you should give up. You're not going to make any money.
The dragons know how to succeed. 5 of Britain's most enterprising and wealthy business people, they built up their fortunes from scratch. James Caan made his millions creating a global business in the recruitment industry. He now heads an international private equity firm. Glaswegian entrepreneur Duncan Bannatyne's £310 million business empire includes hotels, casinos and health clubs. Deborah Meaden earned her fortune in the holiday and leisure industry in the West Country. Theo Paphitis is a retail magnate who's transformed the fortunes of high street brands like Ryman, Licenza, Partners and Contessa. Peter Jones has built up a multi-million-pound empire with a business portfolio that ranges from telecom and leisure to property and media. In the den, the dragons are ready to back the right businesses with their own money. But tonight, will anyone convince them to invest? Welcome to the Dragon's Den, where once again anxious entrepreneurs are preparing their pitches, hoping to walk away with cash investments in their businesses. All think their ideas could make a fortune if they can convince our 5 tough-talking multimillionaire dragons to part with their own hard-earned money. First into the den today, a father and son pair, Jeff and Rob Hill from Dorset, who believe they've invented the perfect solution to an age-old DIY problem. Will they be able to convince any of the dragons to join them and invest £100,000?
Hi, I'm Rob Hill, Project Manager, Product Developer for Ladderbox UK. We're a father and son team. We're here today to offer you 15% equity for £100,000. Now I'm going to hand you over to Dad now, who's going to explain our invention. So over to you, Dad.
Okay, cheers. Hi, I'm Jeff Hill, and I'm very pleased to meet your eminent selves. Now, as an electrician and electrical contractor, you walk up the steps like so, and you've got this small area on top. So you put your tools down like that. Oh no, not that again. And I thought, hang on a minute, why don't I invent a portable toolbox that fits all different types of steps and ladders? Hey, that'd be a great product. Fantastic. I got hold of some design guys and we came up with this. There we go again. This is the unique, ingenious ladder box. The only portable toolbox in the world that fits all different types of steps and ladders. It's ideal for all trade and DIY applications.
Okay, what a great product as it stands on its own. Now, I'm going to introduce you to the amazing paint insert, which is a lidded paint kettle. So you simply slot that in there, okay? So it's accessible, you can see the use of this. Also, it's going to be sold as an accessory, so you can buy, you know, 2 or 3 for different colour paints. Now, can you direct questions at me regarding patents, finances and sales? And so any questions, please, folks.
Chirpy father and son team, Rob and Jeff Hill, need a £100,000 investment for their ladder box, a patented toolbox that attaches onto most types of ladders. Theo Paphitis gets straight down to business.
Rob?
Yeah.
How much have you spent on this? We want no fighting in the den.
No. Well,
unless it's at this end.
I'm sorry, Theo. We've spent £100,000 so far on this product.
And you've got a patent?
We've got a full European patent.
So there's been no objections, nothing?
No, it's been granted.
And who have you sold it to, Dad?
Over to Dad, yeah.
Over to me. I would say Rob's got the facts and figures, but you caught me out. That's fine. I do know that it's been sold to, otherwise I shouldn't be here. Fine,
He's the mad
okay.
inventor. As you might have worked this out by now, folks.
I'm an
enjoying
inventor and know nothing.
I'm enjoying this.
Let's not digress. We're here to sell this and go take your money.
Oh, thanks very much.
Anyway, we've sold to a company called Gap.
They're distributors, are they?
They're distributors, yeah, but
Okay.
they also have huge retail outlets.
So, give me the numbers.
So we sold them at an order of 250. They sold them...
1,000.
No. This is... we've got to explain this. We've been
This
developing
is a
this product.
marketing product. This has
We've
been
been last
marketing.
9 months. We've been marketing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm struggling with?
Go on.
The stereo.
Sorry. Let me tell you.
Right.
We've also sold to a company in Salford, and they've had 550 over a couple of months.
So, how many have you sold in total?
Over 2,000.
How much do they cost you to make?
Rob, over to you. You're the...
Yeah. Landed £3.75.
And you're selling them to the trade.
Distributor £5.50.
$5.50 to the trade, and they retail at...
£14.95. So a very good markup there, as you can see.
The duo's cheerful enthusiasm seems to be infecting the den. But has it reached Duncan banner time?
How many have you got left?
About 1,000.
You got 1,000 in the garage?
Yeah.
When did they land?
When
This
did they
country?
land?
When did they land?
10 months ago.
You've had them 10 months.
We are running a property business, which we're committed to. Now, we have to finance this project, as you know, the cost of patents, to support the project. Okay.
Rob. I'm thinking, the reason you haven't sold them is because you can't sell them. Because
No,
nobody's buying
no,
them.
I disagree with you. The 1,000 I can sell. As with any new concept, this needs to get to market. It needs to get a recognised household name.
Okay, Rob, just give me, just because I'm confused, because I actually think it's a great idea.
Okay.
It sort of does the job, it's simple, it's easy, it's fairly well priced.
Yeah.
What are the key objections that you're getting when you're sending it out to people?
We've trickled through. Look, we've learnt from the start. In 9 months since I've been on the project.
Please, just make it really simple for me.
Yeah.
Either people say yes, I'll take 500, or they say no.
We're approached by a very big tool company. Now, they promised us a lot. Okay, well,
But don't give me a story.
No.
I just want to know. Give me some tangibles, like it's too expensive, it doesn't work. Why do you think it hasn't been as successful as you'd hoped?
Basically, I've learnt along the way. In the
I
last
just
2
want to
months,
know.
I've got it into some good shops.
Please. I just want to know, in real simple English,
Yeah.
what are the simple objections that you've been getting?
I haven't had objections.
Rob and Jeff's lack of clarity means the dragons are struggling to elicit the information they require. Deborah Meaden tries a different tack.
When you go in and you try to sell these to people, what are they selling that is like this?
The competition is a very simple tray. Now, it's a metal mechanically fixing. It fixes basically just...
Yeah, I've seen it.
Just on
What
that.
else is the
that
competition?
That retails for £20.
What
Now,
else is the
Very
competition?
small accessory trays which will hang mechanically on a rung.
And what
They won't
else
go
is
on
the
ladders.
competition? So you've given me two
That's
other
the
things.
two. There isn't.
Well, my electrician goes up his ladder
Yeah,
with
with a tool belt.
absolutely,
Yeah.
and seems quite happy
you
and
can't
satisfied.
carry spotlights, you can't carry light fittings, you can't carry PIR
Ah,
fittings in
good.
a tool belt. It's all
So
belt.
I just want to know what
usability
is
question,
better
you
than the
You
leather
can put a
belt.
good amount of goods in it.
I mean, can I come in? Just come in here. The market for this, with people using tools off steps and ladders, quite a good market. That's okay.
Guys, please, what did I ask?
That you can put lots of
Look,
spotlights in.
guys, you've got a great opportunity
Yeah.
here. Can I suggest you get your act together? And
Right, okay, can I
maximise-
just answer
You're
this?
doing it.
Okay.
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Breathe out.
Do you know, you started off being fun.
Sorry.
You are here asking people for £100,000 of their money. So you have to take that seriously. If you don't
We
take
do.
that seriously, I don't believe you're going to take my money seriously.
Absolutely. No, we do take
so
it seriously.
I'm afraid you haven't helped yourself, so
Okay.
I'm
I
out.
respect your opinion, Deborah.
The amusement with which the dragons initially greeted Rob and Jeff has now turned into irritation. Theo Paphitis goes back to basics.
Do you have a business plan?
Yes.
To sell as many as we possibly can.
But we
and
do have a
get
business.
it to that
So the business
market.
plan is to sell as many as
Yeah.
you can.
We're currently a cottage industry.
Have we got some numbers?
Yeah, we're projecting Sorry about this. Numbers were there.
But it's about, if it's 10 container loads a year, 30,000 units a month.
Yeah,
what we're going to turn over?
Turnover would be 600,000, which is a profit 300,000. Oh God, I've got
200,000.
Sorry, 200,000 units a year. I'm projecting.
You're
Yeah.
going to make what in profit?
In the profit's 150 first year.
What we're going to do second year?
300.
What? How many?
Please, sorry.
No, don't talk to him. I'm talking
Right.
to you.
Okay.
Just give me the answers and you can talk to him all day for all I care.
I don't think they know the answers.
Of course he knows the answers. He's come here to ask me for £100,000 for 15% of his business, and you're telling me he doesn't know what he's projecting.
He doesn't know.
You know the
to be honest.
We can't know entirely, can we?
Exactly.
Because
We're projecting.
We're
Yeah,
projecting.
well, tell me what you're
Yeah, I
projecting.
agree with what you're saying, Peter. I'm not making it up.
What are you projecting year two?
Year 2, what, actual units?
Anything, whatever
Year-
you've got, tell
Right,
me.
year 2 turnover
Yeah.
was 1.2.
Right, a profit.
600,000.
So it's double.
Sorry, 300,000.
All right, and year
That-
three, and I'm finished.
Year 3
Go on,
was
let's go for it. Go on.
2.4.
2.4, lovely. I knew you had it in there somewhere.
I did.
I did. And give me the profit.
600,000.
600,000.
So it's 153. I apologise. I have got the
I knew
figures.
you had them in there
I can guarantee
somewhere.
I've got the figures, Peter. I don't think Peter even wants to talk to me, do you?
He even knows what you're thinking. He knows what you are thinking.
The guys that have used this think it's
No,
brilliant.
no,
Sorry,
Peter.
Jeff, sorry.
I don't know whether it's been a pleasure to meet you or
I've
not.
enjoyed it.
Jeff and Rob,
Yeah,
I'm out.
I'm out.
The father and son's shambolic bid for the dragon's money takes another blow as they lose a second investor. Duncan Bannatyne is now ready to declare his position.
When you bought these 10 months ago, you didn't have that paint thing, did you?
No,
No.
because we've been working.
No, you didn't. So what happened is, you got these in, they couldn't sell, so you thought, I tell you what,
No.
we'll do a paint thing, and you invented that.
Dad-
How long have you had that?
Dad's, we've
How long
had
have you had
that,
that?
about, it was my concept.
3 months.
About 4 months.
So for 6 months, you couldn't sell that, so then you thought of the paint thing,
No,
and you brought in that.
That was my,
You know,
my
Rob,
idea.
Rob,
Yeah.
Rob, I'm not stupid.
I'm
So
well aware.
Rob,
nor am
I'm
I.
not stupid.
No, I'm well
You
aware.
can't
nor
sell
am I.
these, and I'm not going to invest.
That's fine,
And so
Duncan.
for that
Yeah.
reason, Rob, I'm out.
Okay, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Can I tell you where I am on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, Jan.
When you walked in today, I actually thought, great idea. I absolutely get it on the ladder.
Yeah.
But you have made this so confusing. I was probably more excited before you'd open your mouth.
Okay.
I'm out.
Okay. Fine.
Rob and Jeff have blown it. It's left to Theo Paphitis to deliver the final verdict.
You've got to stop and think about what you're saying and what you're doing. And you've shown today the total disregard for anybody else in this room other than your ideas. The whole idea of you being here is to bring us along on your exciting ride of a profitable product.
Yeah.
If you'd have stopped to listen early on, you'd have realised that actually somewhere down the line, you might, just might, have got something into a bit wrong.
Okay.
I ain't going to repeat what everybody else has said.
Okay,
And
yeah.
the last comment I'm going to make is
I'm out.
fantastic.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's that way.
It's that way. Good stuff.
Yeah,
You're around for a drink,
We'll
mate,
tidy
so
up.
I'd love to have one with
We'll
you.
tidy up.
Oh, that's all right.
We'll
Oh,
tidy
you-
up.
Yeah, I said you weren't all bad.
Cheers, folks.
There I go.
They cannot possibly know what they've agreed to do with each other. Because they can't listen to each other either.
But you know what? You can probably search the whole of the UK and never find two people like that again.
Unique.
Many entrepreneurs enter the den convinced they have a money-making idea that'll solve everyday problems. Managing director Ian Mann came in asking for £200,000 for 20% equity in his high-visibility luggage label, designed to make baggage stand out from the crowd in airport terminals.
The great advantages of this are, firstly, they come in hugely horrendous colours. Your bag will never get lost. If you try to tear it, it is virtually impossible. He's done incredibly well. I've never managed to tear one.
But after Peter Jones tore Ian's product to pieces, Duncan Bannatyne ripped into his valuation.
But what makes you think that a big yellow label is worth £1 million?
You make an awful lot of money on them because we buy them quite cheaply. They'll sell fairly expensively with a very good margin in between.
So you're expecting me to put up £200,000, and how much have you put up so far?
Just a few £100s.
The Dragons never got to grips with his figures.
If I invest £200,000 in this,
Yes.
I'd need about 400% of equity.
Don't waste my time if you're not interested.
A snappy Ian was soon sent packing by a disgruntled Deborah Meaden.
Frankly, Ian, you have completely wasted my time. I guess you know where I'm going.
Yes.
Out.
Next up the famous stairs is Guy Portelli from Kent. Having been plying his trade as a sculptor for 20 years, why is he looking for £70,000 from the Dragons?
Hello Dragons, my name is Guy Portelli and I am a professional sculptor. I am looking for an investment of £70,000 for a 25% share in my pop icons collection. I intend to use an investment to complete a series of 18 sculptures which I will then be showing at the prestigious Mel Galleries in London in June 2009. What I am offering is a 25% share of 100 sculptures. I brought along some pieces to show examples of my work. This piece is my Grace Jones that I made some 20 years ago. The John Lennon piece I made 6 years ago, and at the time it sold at £1,800. The Bob Marley is fused with the idea of the Lion of Africa roaring and has created a fairly spiritual, strong element to that work. This is the new piece. This is the Amy Winehouse, my goddess of excess. My work is not about caricature. It's about creating an identity that relates to youth culture and fashion. Any questions?
The den has been transformed into a gallery as 51-year-old sculptor Guy Portelli pitches for £70,000 to fund an exhibition of his pop icon sculptures. Peter Jones is first to quiz the artist.
Guy, hello, I'm Peter.
Hello, Peter.
What's the overall portfolio, do you think, in what you're aiming to sell for?
Well, the whole 100 pieces would have a today value in excess of £1 million. You would hope to sell them over a course of 3 years, and the price would go up at least 20% a year.
So what's the 100 coming from?
The 100 is the editions. The Grace Jones edition of 10. So we make one, we sell one, we make another one. The John Lennon's edition of 10, we make one, we sell one, we make another one.
Okay.
I mean, I have made and sold more than £1 million worth of sculpture in the last 10 years.
Guy has clarified the deal on offer. Now James Caan wants to interrogate the sculptor on his finances.
What's the latest piece you've done, Amy?
The Amy is the most recent work.
Okay, and what are you selling Amy for?
She was in the gallery recently at 18,000.
What's the most expensive piece you sold?
We sold one recently for 28,000, a John Lee Hooker sculpture, which is edition of 3. The first one went to the Porsche family, which I sold 7-8 years ago, for 10,000. This one went for 28, and the next one will sell for 36.
Are you saying that today, if somebody gave you £70,000,
Yes.
they would get back 25% of the sale price of every sculpture you sold for the next 100?
Yes.
Okay, why?
Why? Because I have never put on a show of this magnitude. We would expect to sell 40 pieces in the first year, and then 30
Okay,
pieces the
what would
following
those
year.
40 pieces fetch in the first year?
We would be looking to sell £250,000 worth.
£250,000 worth in the first year. So the investor would get 25% of that £250,000, which is £62,500.
Yeah,
So he'd practically get his money back in the first year.
that's the idea.
Guy is showing that on top of his undoubted artistic skills, he also has an entrepreneurial brain. Theo Paphitis wants to drill down further into the business plan.
What are you going to do with the money?
The breakdown of the 70,000 is 25,000 for the exhibition and 45,000 for the cost of materials and labour to complete the work.
25,000 for exhibition, what does that mean?
Well, I would plan to rent the Mel Galleries in London, which is a large, prestigious place. It can accommodate 300 to 400 people. It would be a major show, a major
So you're
event.
going to put your own exhibition on? What commission would they normally take?
50%.
50?
Yeah.
Ah.
By confessing that a gallery would normally expect to receive half the revenue generated by sales of his collection, the Dragons have worked out Guy is offering them a much lesser deal. And art lover Deborah Meaden has other concerns.
Guy, hello, I'm Deborah.
Hello, Deborah.
What you're doing here is quite simple.
Yes.
You're saying, I'm not going to spend the 50% on the gallery. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually get an investor in at 25% and think that I can actually do myself a better deal. The bit that I worry you're missing is the fact that when you pay the gallery the commission, you're paying them for their marketing. Yeah. So what's your marketing plan? How are you going to get people through the door? Because that's the bit that you're completely cutting out when you cut out a gallery.
Well, I'd hope to generate quite a lot of media interest, get a lot of editorial.
Why would you?
The great thing with this series of work is that it does attract a lot of media interest, and it also is international. You could take the show to Tokyo, you could take the show to Paris, to Berlin, and it would mean something to people.
Guy's clearly confident about his project, but it's an unusual business proposition and hard for the Dragons to evaluate their risk. Will Theo Paphitis find a solution?
If someone was to offer you the money, would you allow ownership of those 18 pieces to the person that gave you the money?
The investor.
Yeah. Till they got their investment back?
That wouldn't be a problem.
Well, I'll make you an offer then. I'll give you the £70,000.
A direct Theo Paphitis grabs his opportunity to make an offer for the full amount, but has demanded the valuable sculptures as collateral to minimise his risk. Now Peter Jones has an equally unexpected proposition of his own.
For this to really work, you want maximum impact out in the market, you want people to know about it. So I'd like to recommend something that is that you get £70,000 for 25%, but all of the Dragons collectively have a piece of the pie. But then you've got 5 fairly powerful people supporting this activity in 2009.
Well,
so it's not just a question to you, it's obviously a question to see whether the Dragons would be interested.
I would be quite interested, Guy, to follow Peter's theme, which I think I could probably add quite a bit of value to that. I think there's a return to be made.
It's an astute proposal from Peter Jones, and James Caan is quick to sign up to it. Will Deborah Meaden help make it a clean sweep?
I do back artists and I do commission sculptures, so I'm in this space, but I have a very clear line between investing and buying something because I want to. And for me, this hasn't triggered any passion or any...
No.
So whatever, even if it was a 5 dragon deal, I'm not going to be investing, so I'm out.
It's a sudden setback. Now, what will Duncan Bannatyne think of Peter Jones's Dragon Consortium?
I think dealing with 4 dragons would be difficult.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want to participate with 4 dragons.
Yeah. Well, I'm very happy if people are passionate about what I do. And if James, Theo and Peter wanted to all put some money in, I would be thrilled with that team. Duncan If you feel passionately about it, then I'm happy for you as well to be part of that team.
I feel passionate about your work, Guy, but I don't feel passionate about investing with the team.
No.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
So what I've been considering is making you a better offer.
Okay.
I'm going to make an offer. It's on the same basis that I would own the 18 pieces until it was sold. But my offer isn't for £70,000, it's for £90,000. That's my offer. And it's an offer by me on my own.
In a bold move, Duncan Bannatyne is trying to steal the deal and distance himself from his rivals. Guy must now choose between partnering up with 3 dragons or go for the higher cash deal with 1.
It's a very generous offer. I mean, I'm astounded. Thank you very much. I think 3 people, 3 guest lists, 3 lots of enthusiasm would be beneficial to the project. And if I could have an offer of 80,000 from the 3, I would be keen to have that.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I think you've got yourself a deal, Guy.
Thanks,
Well,
Leo.
I look forward to working with you.
Fantastic.
Guy's done it. Not only has he negotiated more money than he came in for, but he also has the combined expertise of 3 well-connected dragons. Well, Guy, you got more than you came in for the percentage you were offering.
And 3 dragons.
That's not bad, is it?
It's unbelievable. I mean, at one time I felt I had 5 dragons, but I was quite pleased to have asked for the extra 10,000 because
That was
I
very quick
realised-
thinking, actually.
I realised that it would make the difference.
Very well
That
done.
would be great. Thank you very much.
Many entrepreneurs think they can make their fortune from spotting other people's inventions and securing the rights to sell them in the UK. This was true of shoe shop owner Daniel Rogers from Edinburgh, who discovered an innovative new shoe in America.
Built right into the sole is a patented mechanism that allows a shoe to extend by 1 full size. This unique feature means that inchworm shoes last between 3 and 6 months longer than a traditional pair of shoes. So I don't know what you're doing.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm extending it, and I'm moving it as if I was moving a foot, and it's just closing again. Because I've been fiddling with it. The sort of thing a kid will do.
Deborah Meaden wanted to know more about the inchworm's inventor.
Is Hank American?
Hank's American, that's right.
Sounds American. How many are they selling in the States?
He doesn't have a distributor in the States.
You have an American inventor.
Yeah.
He has invented this shoe and he is not selling his product in his home country. Does
Yeah.
that not honestly sound a little bit odd to you now that I say it to you?
I guess so.
I'm afraid, Daniel, I'm out.
And pretty soon, the remaining dragons stepped away from the deal too.
There's one thing that this doesn't have that those shoes at £50 does have, and that's brand.
It sounds to me that you have got a business head on you, but this could be the undoing of you if you're not very careful. I'm out.
22-year-old Sam Rose from Essex came into the den asking for £75,000 for his company, Blow Me.
Blow Me is an alcohol breath testing service for corporate events, using the same high-tech equipment as the UK police forces. Does somebody like a breathalyzer test?
Actually, I'll try one.
Oh, yeah, I'll try one. Yeah.
Although the dragons were pronounced fit for purpose,
It's gone straight to 0.
Sam's business proposition wasn't.
Thank you.
You can see a company buying one.
It's not something that you can just buy off the shelf and start using.
Sam,
The connections
Sam,
I've got with the
I've got one,
Well, okay.
an approved one. We have it in our transport office.
The dragons didn't hand out any cash, but at least they handed out some compliments.
I think you stand there as a good guy with actually a bad idea. I don't think this is your moment.
Okay.
So
Thank
I'm
you.
afraid I'm out.
You can always tell by speaking to somebody,
Right, okay.
the lights are on. The best thing you could do is turn the lights off on this one and turn the lights on somewhere else.
Okay.
I'm out.
Thank you.
good luck in your next venture.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So far, only one entrepreneur has walked away with the cash they needed. Coming up, will any of these businesses be deserving of financial backing from the Dragons?
You don't actually have a plan for selling it, so there's no point asking about a business plan.
Hi, Caroline. I'm James, and I'm bored.
So they're not contacting each other?
At the moment, yes.
That is a statistical impossibility.
There are many reasons why people decide to go it alone in enterprise. For Juliet Thomas from Stratford-upon-Avon, well, she started her business after becoming a single mum in 2005. Now she's hoping to persuade the Dragons to invest £106,000.
Hello, my name's Juliet Thomas and I incorporated Juliet's Interiors in 2005. I'm here today to ask you for £106,000 for a 20% stake in my business. Juliet's Interiors is an online internet company selling French furniture, mirrors and coordinating accessories worldwide. I'm a single mother with 4 children under the age of 8. I started my business originally on eBay, but quickly migrated to a dedicated website, now receiving some 13,000 hits per month with a turnover of £170,000 per annum. We're looking now to increase our sales. Interestingly, 39% of UK households are still not connected to the internet. The way I would like to move the business forward and increase our sales output is in the 2 ways. The first, via a targeted mail order campaign with a glossy picture-led brochure. And the second is to offer a showroom setting where customers can come and touch and feel our products. And I feel this would complement our existing single channel being the website. I'm hard-working and I'm prepared to make the changes necessary to move the business forward. Thank you very much for listening.
It's a precise pitch for a precise amount from Juliet Thomas, £106,000. She wanted to give her online bespoke French furniture company an offline presence with a showroom. She's willing to give away 20% of her equity. James Caan wants to hear more detail about her business.
Hi, Juliet. I'm James.
Hi, James.
You manufacture the furniture or you buy the furniture? Just talk me through that.
Currently, the furniture is being purchased wholesale in the UK.
OK, so give me an example of the pieces that you've got there.
I will buy that item as a frame only. The frame on its own will cost approximately between £300 and £400. I will then have it upholstered, and the upholstery can be anything between £300 and £500. The fabric itself would be £170.
So your cost on that piece is what, about 1,000?
Yes, roughly just under 1,000.
And you will advertise that on the net for how much?
2,700.
OK. And how much stock do you have at the moment?
In value terms, in stock, we hold about £20,000 currently.
In the current financial year, from July to June of this year, you've turned over how much?
170,000.
And what profit will you show on that?
I'm showing a £20,000 profit for the end of this year, but that is after it's all being reinvested.
OK, how much cash do you have in the bank?
Around 30 or 40,000 at any one time.
And final question, the 20,000 that you're forecasting, does that show you having taken any wages from the business?
I don't take a wage at all from the business.
OK. Thank you, Juliet.
Juliet has delivered some impressive numbers for a start-up business, but as a working mum with 4 children, Theo Perfitis wants to know how she survives without taking a salary.
How do you live?
OK.
This is going to be a longer answer, I understand.
Yeah, I knew this answer. I knew this one was coming. I get a lot of assistance from the government, and I'm very grateful for that.
Well, who owns the business?
I own the business 100%.
You're going to have to educate me then.
Okay, there's a lot of help out there for single mums, and you have to go and find it.
What was your background? Just go
Okay, background. Okay, I originally had a very long career in IT, and then at the age of 36, started to have a family. I thought I was going to be a mum forever, but it didn't quite turn out that way. And I found myself heavily pregnant with my 4th child, 3 in nappies, and no income. I obviously couldn't go back out to work and do what I did previously because my personal situation had changed so dramatically. I was familiar with the computer, I had an office at home, I love interiors, I'm passionate about furniture, and I put it all together and just somehow it just naturally progressed, and that's what we continue to do today.
Have you ever run a business before?
I did set up another business in case this one didn't quite work out because I've never done an internet site before, I've never sold furniture before, so I thought, okay, I'm always using au pairs constantly because of my childcare situation. So I set an agency up doing au pairs, and I sold it last year, which helped to fund some of what I'm doing.
Sold it?
Yes.
How much you get for it?
Not much, 11,000.
Juliet has been very frank and open about her financial situation, but it's left Duncan Bannatyne perplexed.
See, I'm just amazed that you could sell a business for £11,000 less than a year ago and still be taking money from the state now.
Because I took the money off the business and I put it straight into this business.
Doesn't matter what you did with it. You took the £11,000, you sold the business.
Yes.
You went to the people who give you money from the state and
Yes.
you said, I've just cashed in £11,000.
Yes, I've declared it. You are allowed to earn up to 5,000 without any benefits being knocked off or
Per
changed
annum.
anyway.
Per annum.
Per annum.
Yep.
5 up front, and the other 11 is coming on a £500 a month payment. I have to be very careful because obviously I need my income from the state to survive, but then the money that I'm getting from the sale of the other business, I have pushed through into a director's loan onto Juliet's Interiors, and it will sit there and I've declared it as an income. So my benefits have dropped off slightly, or will drop off slightly, because we're about to do that on my returns this year.
Okay, that's quite amazing. Julie, you're just too confusing for me, so I'm not going to invest, so I'm out.
Okay.
An uneasy Duncan Bannatyne walks away from the deal. Peter Jones picks up on his rival Dragon's concerns.
I think you've got an issue here. The business makes... You own all of the company and the share capital of the company.
Yes.
At some point, you can decide to keep that money in the company.
Yes.
But you need to make sure that the state is aware
Yes.
that you have a business
Yes.
that is making more than £5,000 per annum, of which you are 100% shareholder of.
Well, hold on, Peter. She declares she's employed. She
No, she declares she makes £5,000
No, you declare you're employed, don't you?
Oh, totally. I declare everything.
She's declaring she's employed.
But she's not declaring the amount of money that the business is generating. Which
Well, the
is
business hasn't generated yet.
That's right.
The year hasn't finished. At the end of this year, she will have to declare...
Juliet's finances have sparked a fierce debate amongst the Dragons.
The business made £13,000. So we're two.
Did you declare that?
Of course, yes. We're at Companies House. We have to.
Although she's adamant that her accountant's advice is correct, an agitated Peter Jones just won't let it drop.
£20,000 profit. Let's be specific. You've got £20,000 profit coming. Where did that £20,000...
A calm James Caan steps in.
But you'll be declaring that in
Of
your
course.
set of accounts.
I have to declare
So when
it.
you do your accounts for July that you
Yes.
file,
Yes.
at that point you will show
Exactly.
a profit
Yes.
and you'll have assets in the business.
Yes. I'll
And
have
at that
corporation
point
tax.
you will not be able to claim your benefits.
Yes.
What are you assuming you're going to draw for wages to compensate what you may lose from the state?
If I could pull out 60, I would be off any government assistance at all. Completely off. And that is the aim of where I want to be.
A remarkably composed Juliet has steered a dignified course through some very tricky questioning from the Dragons. But she's not out of the woods yet.
Juliet, hi, I'm
Hello.
Deborah.
Hi, Deborah.
I'm going to move slightly away from your backstory. Are you advertising in the back of Homes and Gardens, that mirror?
Not that particular mirror at the moment. The guy that does my advertising is working on that one now.
Okay, so what have you got that's actually yours and unique?
I do not know, Deborah, hand on heart, anybody else who is selling any of this furniture here today.
Okay, but somebody is, because that's appearing in the back of somebody's advert.
There is one organisation that do sell this furniture. I can say this is a competitor, and there is only one worldwide.
Juliet, do you know, I didn't like that, because when I first asked you, you said there's nobody, and when I said, actually, I know there's somebody.
Advertising.
So you know somebody else is selling this furniture.
But they don't advertise it.
So you have got nothing that's unique. Anybody else can buy this furniture and sell it.
They could do, but they're not at the moment.
Deborah Meaden is unconvinced by Juliet's answers, and James Caan is now ready to show his hand.
Let me tell you where I am, Juliet. It's a bit too complicated. If, for whatever reason, the wind blows in the other direction and the mail order doesn't work, or doesn't achieve what you think, the profit could be, let's say, 60,000. And you would say to me, I need that because I need to live. I think you've done well, you've got some great products. It should deliver you with a fair return, but not enough for me. And for those reasons, Juliet, I'm out.
All right, thank you.
Juliet, am I going to invest in you? I can't invest in you. I put money into you, and I think you're going to need to take it out, which is my money.
At some stage, yeah.
And that's the only reason why I can't invest in you, and I wish you the best of luck, but I'm out.
All right, thank you.
I just want to clarify the situation. The state benefits are there to do exactly what it seems that you're doing, and that is to get working mums back to work, not to actually penalise you the minute you attempt to go back to work and start earning your own money. So well done for that. Now, we get that one out of the way, the business. That's a different kettle of fish. This business at the moment is not going to work for both of us as an investor. Unfortunately, I can't invest in you, but I do wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much, Theo.
I'm out.
3 dragons out in quick succession, and Juliet's time in the den is running out. Will Deborah Meaden throw her a lifeline?
I haven't found the hook that says to me, this is unique enough for me to invest in. What I would say, Juliet, is well done for actually, you know, getting out and deciding that I've had a difficult background, I'm parking that, I am now going to go on and make a business out of this. So good luck with it, but I'm afraid I won't be investing, Juliet.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you.
It's been a roller coaster ride for Juliet, who leaves the den with her composure intact, but no investment. Other entrepreneurs who tried and failed in the den included a Caroline Smart from Glasgow. She wanted £30,000 to market her innovative language system called Nod Off.
I have 3 passions in life: languages, yoga and lying down. And Nod Off is where the 3 meet. Research has shown that a relaxed brain is the best brain to take in information. It doesn't matter if you nod off, your brain is still listening.
The dragons all enjoyed a bit of quiet time.
You feel calm. French is now clearer in your mind. Le français vous est maintenant familier.
Does it teach me a language while I'm asleep, or is it just so boring that it puts me to sleep?
It'll teach you when you're asleep.
That is something rather special.
The whole thing was a nightmare for James Caan.
Hi, Caroline. I'm James, and I'm bored, and I'm out.
But ultimately, it was sales figures that ended Caroline's sweet dreams of investment.
Do you have any financial information that will prove to me that I'm completely wrong about this and these are selling like hotcakes?
Full French is just under 500. The Spanish is about 300.
Can't you see there's not a business in that?
I have seen books in their lifetime, sell less than 2,000 copies.
That doesn't make your business a business because you've seen other books selling less than yours. You've been doing too much yoga. I'm not going to invest, so I'm out.
Romy Palmer from Bedford wanted £150,000 to launch his 3G dating agency, designed to help people find love using the latest mobile phone technology.
What a customer can do is take their handset, scan the barcode, and it will take me straight to the site.
Romy's relationship with the Dragons was rocky from the outset.
You're making your money from the revenue, from the calls.
At the moment, no one is making those calls.
900 people have joined.
That's right.
And these are 900 people that are looking for a date, and they don't like each other, so they're not contacting each other.
At the moment, yes.
That is a statistical impossibility.
But also, it sort of proves that the system doesn't work.
It would do.
Telecoms expert Peter Jones was quick to have his say.
I like to think I know a little bit about the industry.
Yes.
Wait, the dating industry?
Yeah.
But never seriously flirted with the idea of investing.
I think you should give up. You're not going to make any money.
However, Duncan Bannatyne did have one thing to add.
I think I should say something positive, Romy. So I will. Nice suit.
Remember, the Dragons know nothing about the entrepreneurs or their businesses until they get to the top of the stairs, so the pitch really does matter. Let's see how our next entrepreneur gets on.
Hello Dragons, my name is Raymond. I am the managing director of a company called True Cook Limited. We are requiring £50,000 worth of investment in return for a 10% share of the company. This is our product entitled Magic Pizza, which has been specially designed to eliminate undercooking as a central region of a pizza, especially those to be cooked from frozen. How Magic Pizza works: the dish is placed in the oven, the pizza is placed on the top. During the cooking cycle, the outside region will droop, leaving the centre region in the higher cooking range for a more evenly and healthier cooked pizza. There is also a reduction of the cooking time of up to 20%. I have a UK patent in force. I have a European patent pending. I have a US patent pending. I also have a European community design in force. I have, for demonstration purposes, 2 pizzas being cooked, one on Magic Pizza and one not, where there will be over 20% increase in the centre region of the one on Magic Pizza.
A nervous Raymond Smith has come into the den asking for £50,000 in exchange for 10% equity of a kitchen gadget that he claims cooks pizzas more evenly than on a conventional oven tray alone. But what will the Dragons know about the frozen pizza market? James Caan is up first.
OK, Raymond, is this a major problem for the consumer?
It's a well-known problem. It's normally called the soggy middle. That's its name.
Raymond?
The soggy centre.
That's exactly what I call it. No, he's right. That's exactly what I call it.
OK, and how did you come across this dilemma?
Well, I used to cook them years ago, and they were soggy. They wouldn't do.
Raymond, you said this is serious pitch.
Yeah.
What are you selling this for?
I haven't sold any at the moment. I haven't got to that stage.
Wow.
And when did you have that eureka moment that the pizza industry needed the magic device?
6 years ago.
That's a long time, Raymond, to be evaluating a proposition.
Development and protection, building up protection as well.
And has anybody sort of put their hand up and say, we'd like to buy 50,000 or 100,000 of these or anything of that nature?
No, not at the moment, no.
It's not a great start for Raymond, as nerves have rendered him inarticulate and monosyllabic. Duncan Bannatyne is now ready to deliver his verdict on the taste test.
I've just actually tried both the pizzas, and I couldn't tell the difference between.
Empty room, filled it up, talk is cheap, listen up, I don't know where we went wrong, but I feel I'm shaking these walls, yeah, nothing safe, gotta take cover, still the love we just make glitter, running and running, yeah, we got off track, now we under attack.
Either of those two pizzas.
No, they're both overcooked. But if they'd been done for the right amount of time and the temperature.
Well, tell me, what causes soggy middle?
It's the last area to thaw out.
Oh, so you're saying it only happens in frozen pizzas?
No, more so in frozen pizzas, but it does improve the fresh pizzas as well.
You married, Raymond?
I was married, I'm a widower now.
So you cook your own pizzas?
I cook my own, yes.
Is that when you discovered the problem?
Yes, years ago.
Raymond, hello.
Hello.
I'm Deborah. How much is it costing you to make these?
They're made, it's all tooled up in India. To bring them over already boxed and palletised, they're only 65 pence each.
65 pence?
Yes.
See, I actually don't think it's a silly idea.
It's not, if you took it home and tried it, you'd soon find out.
Well, not me, because I haven't cooked a meal in 23 years,
No.
but I actually think it's
that's
not...
That's why you think it's a good
That's why
idea.
I think it's a good idea, there you go.
What qualifies you to say it's a good
Oh, no.
idea?
Deep frozen pizzas, does that qualify, does that count as cooking a meal? For a $1.99 little line, I actually don't think, I think that would sell. So they're allowed to use 65 pence. How much would you have to sell them for?
I think they should start off at £2 each and then start reducing them depending on quantity bought.
So, yeah, but are you thinking of selling retail? I'm guessing you're not. You're thinking of selling wholesale, aren't you? You're not thinking at all how you're going to sell them, are you, Raymond?
Not really at the moment.
Well, that's okay. That's not. That's, you know, you've produced it, you've protected it, but you don't actually have a plan for selling it. So there's no point asking about a business plan.
Raymond's bid to attract Dragon investment is in danger of fizzling out. Theo Paphitis decides to take a turn extracting information about the magic pizza.
Just tell me, when you got your patent, what did you get a patent for?
Method and apparatus for cooking the pizza. Method being raised in the middle of the pizza during the cooking cycle.
See, and these are delivered to you from India at the docks on a pallet for 65p, packaged.
68 with the freight.
How did you get it manufactured in India?
I went out to India.
You went to India?
I went to India. I had contact with the man before I went out.
Right.
Went out and I've been to his factories and it's all tooled up and ready to roll.
What's the minimum order you have to make?
50,000.
50,000 is the minimum order
Mm.
to get them at that price. Raymond, I don't think you'll sell 50,000. I think that's the issue. I mean, what you've done is fantastic to go along and go to India and all, get the patents and things. But it doesn't make it a viable business. I don't think there's any business in it, and so that's why I'm not going to invest. And so, Raymond, I'm out.
After the initial setback of his unsuccessful demo, Raymond is dealt another blow by losing his first dragon. Deborah Meaden has now heard enough to make up her mind.
Raymond, can I tell you where I am? I think the problem is, to make this work, I think these would probably have to sell about £1.99. If you're lucky, you'll make... 50 pence on each one. If I offered you £50,000 for 100% of your business, you'd have to sell 100,000 of them before I got my money back. I'm not convinced that there is that bigger market, so I'm afraid I'm out.
Let me tell you where I am, Raymond. I just feel for the amount of time you've invested in this. So I'm just sitting there thinking, at what point are you going to make any money? And the best advice I would give you, Raymond, is don't give up your day job. Raymond, I'm out.
Okay. So far, it's all one-way traffic from these tough multimillionaire investors. Will Peter Jones see anything to convince him to part with the £50,000 Raymond so badly needs?
Raymond, I would say, actually, don't do any more work, don't spend any more money, but license it to a cooking utensil manufacturer on a global basis for some sort of small license fee. Even if it's 10 pence per item, you can just sit back and take in the royalties if it goes global. I mean, this could be the cat's eyes of the pizza. We don't know. You know, it literally could go like that. Actually, now I've just said that, it's made it quite attractive.
Well, while Peter's thinking about his cat's eyes, who put this together for you?
That was made up in India, but I designed all that.
I just don't know what to say to you. You stand there in front of us, and initially, and I'm not just talking for myself, the view would have been going through our mind was that you're barking mad, that you're wasting everyone's time. But you've come and said, Dennis, I've got a pattern. And you have. I think your packaging is excellent. Someone, and I don't think it's you, needs to go out and see if they can get orders for this and try and sell these. There's one dragon left in, and it's whether he's got anything more to add.
The atmosphere in the den has changed. To the amazement of their rivals, Peter Jones and Theo Paphitis are starting to warm to Raymond's invention. But will it be enough for either to throw him a financial lifeline?
I don't know what to think of. Honestly, when I first saw it, I mean, your pitch was bloody awful, I've got to say.
No, in fairness, Raymond, it wasn't that good.
No.
And it is the fact that you've got a pattern. As I said, I think, what if you could sell a few million of these and could go worldwide? Raymond, I am going to make you an offer, and I'm going to offer you half the money for 25%. And I would be more than happy to go and speak to the Asdas and to the Tesco's and the Sainsbury's.
Which would mean the other half would come from me for a further 25%. We'll take a punt with you, take a gamble with you. This is high risk. And we're not a charity.
It's an amazing turnaround, and Raymond now has a joint offer. But they are demanding half of his company. Will he be willing to give away more than 5 times the amount he initially intended?
So is that a yes?
No.
We're in the pizza business, Raymond. We're in the pizza business.
Well done.
Raymond has done it. In an astonishing about-turn, he's walked away with £50,000 as well as 2 well-connected dragons. Ray, I mean, hearty congratulations on, well, what a turnaround from the beginning.
Yes, it looked very bad, didn't it, early on? I thought I'd had it, I wouldn't get any investment today at all.
Now, I think this was probably the quietest investment, the most unassuming inventor who's come in, gently sold the product and walked away with the money, probably.
Yes, I wasn't in there too long, was I?
We were all rooting for you.
Thank you
very well
much.
done.
Thank you.
Another day full of drama in the den. For most who've gone away empty-handed, expectation has turned to disappointment. But those lucky enough to have secured the cash they came for also leave with some very influential new shareholders. Now, if you want to know your USP from your RRP, you'll find a very useful Dragon's Den glossary at bbc.co.uk/Dragon's Den. Goodbye. Next time on Dragon's Den.
It sounds to me that you're on a crusade, and crusades cost money.
Excuse me, I'm going to have to stop you there because there's no way that Rachel is on a crusade.
Much bigger names than yours will be competing with you, and they will knock you out like that.
A group of refugees do what they must to survive. Having made a place in the community, their nightmares return in the form of sinister government forces. Trouble sleeping? Our drama.